Hello everyone, yes, this is Shivam Chauhan and today we are going to learn about chapter number 11, light, shadow and reflection. So first we will see what do you mean by light. Okay, actually light, it is the form of energy. Okay, and because of that only we can see any object. Okay, yes. Now what is shadow? Actually shadow, it is formed when any object stop light, or we can say any object which block the path of light. So exactly behind that we can see that black color or shaded part, that is known as shadow. Okay, and the third one, what is reflection? Reflection means the process of sending back light rays which falls on a surface, okay, and which is sending back. Okay, for example, you can see me. Yes, because there is a tube light, okay, which falls light on me. Okay, and from my body the light is sending back. Okay, it is reflecting. Okay, because of that only you can see, because that reflected ray which are going into your eyes, and because of that only you can see my body. So these are the main topics of this chapter. Okay, and we are going to learn in a detail of these all the terms. Okay, so now we will start first a light. So first of all we will see what are the sources of light, from where we get this light. So there are two types of source, we can say. First is natural source and second that is artificial or man-made source. Okay, so in natural source we can consider the source, for example sun. The sun is a natural thing and from which we get a light, so that is known as natural source of light. And the second is a man-made source. So we can say from where we get a light artificially, that are the sources are known as artificial source or man-made source. For example, this tube light bulb, okay, that torch. So these all are the man-made source. So based on that we can consider this object into two groups. First is luminous and second is non-luminous object. So this concept will make a very clear about what are the source of light and what are the object, or we can say they are not a source of light. Okay, we can consider that. So first we will see a luminous object. A luminous object means what? The object which have their own light. Okay, the object which have or they can produce their own light, that objects are known as luminous object. Okay, for example, light bulb, tube light, torch, fireflies, candle, sun. So these are the luminous object. Clear? Because from where we get the light. Okay, and what about non-luminous object? Yeah, we can say that the object which they do not have their own light. Okay, they are not glowing. That type of objects, they are known as a non-luminous object. Now we will see that what are the transparent object. Okay, or which object we can say these objects are transparent. Okay, so we can say a light rays can pass through an object. Okay, for example, if I will place a glass here, okay, we are talking about clear glass. Okay, so we can say that this is the transparent object because the light rays can pass through it. Okay, that's why. For example, this glass. Okay, this glass, from this glass I can see all the things because the light ray which are falling on the surface and they are reflecting back and they are passed through this glass and they are entering into my eyes. So I can say these glasses are transparent. For example, that clean water, okay, the clean and steady water or still water, it can the light can pass through it easily. Yeah, so we can say that is the transparent object. Okay, so this way you can find more transparent object around you and make a list. So you will be very clear about the transparent object. Okay, and second, that is what translucent object. Translucent object means the object which allow light to pass only in a some amount. Okay, as we can see in the transparent object can allow light to pass. Okay, all the light pass through it, we can say. Okay, but in translucent we can there are not all the light or all the light rays will pass through it. Only the some amount of light can pass through that object. That all objects are known as translucent object. For example, that ground glass. Ground glass, yes, they are used in the window, so we cannot see behind them. Okay, that are the glasses are known as translucent object. And there are other example. For example, clouds. Okay, yes, the clouds, they are visible. They are, yes, the sunlight can pass through it, and that's why it is glowing. Okay, so we can see this cloud is also translucent object. Yes, and the next example of that, yes, think about that, a dirty water. If we will pass light from that dirty water, okay, it will not allow all the light to pass through it, but some amount of light can see. Okay, from that, so we can see the dirty water, it is also the translucent. Okay, and the third, that is what? Opaque. Okay, now for example, any object which can stop the light. For example, okay, can you see my face? No, because the light rays which are reflecting from my body and which is going to the which are going to their cameras. Okay, and now, yes, from my face the light were coming that are blocked because blocked by my hand. So because of that you cannot see me. Okay, so I can say my hand, this is opaque object. Do you know light travels in a straight line, and because of that only we can see the things behind any object. We can also do one activity at home. For example, okay, first you have to glow a light, or you can also turn on a flash of your mobile. Okay, and take a pipe which is straight. Okay, and from that pipe, if you see, when it will be straight, then you can see that light. If that pipe will be bent, little bit bent, then you cannot see, because that light which are coming straight, yes, it will be blocked by that bent part of the object, so they cannot come from that. Okay, so by doing this activity you can see, yes, the light travels in a straight line. Now we will see about the shadow. Okay, I told you how the shadow is formed. Yes, when any opaque object block the path of that light, okay, then exactly behind that a dark color or dark image is formed. Okay, it is the same as that object, that opaque object. Okay, that is known as shadow. And you have to keep in mind that a shadow is only formed because of light travels in a straight line. And second thing is that shadow is always from a black color. Shadow cannot be a colorful. Okay, you have to keep in mind that whatever be the color of that object, but shadow always be a black. Okay, good. And this shadow having some characteristic. For example, the shadow image always be erect. That means what? It will be not gonna invert. For example, if there will be one focus in front of my face, okay, then that light will on, all the light will pass through it, my body. Okay, then the back side you can see the shadow is formed. Okay, from this you can see at a back side, yes, shadow is the same. Okay, it is upright. Yes, no, it is upright. So we can say the shadow is erect. Okay, it is not gonna invert. Second, it's having only a black color. Shadow have only black color. Third thing, that is what? Shadow is a real image. And the fourth one, that is the important, is that shadow can be a smaller, equal to of that size of object, or it can be a bigger than the object. Okay, you can see this in the morning. You will see your shadow, it will be long and thin. Yes, as the sun is coming up, then you will see your shadow is going slow or short or small. Okay, and when in the evening you will find that your shadow will be long and thin. Okay, so shadow, it is depend on from where a light is coming. Okay, so we can say the shadow can be a smaller, or it will be a equal size, or it can be a bigger than the object. And the third thing, that is what? Reflection of light. Can you see your image on the mirror? Yes, this is because of reflection. Can you see me? Yes, because of reflection of light. Okay, yes, I told you what is reflection. Reflection means the process of sending back light, okay, from surface. Okay, let me explain once. For example, there is a light, there is a tube light in my room, and from that light, it is source of light, and the light is coming from that, and they are falling on my face or on my body, and from my body it is coming to the camera, and because of that only you can see me. Okay, understand how? Yes, actually there are two types of reflection. First is a regular reflection, and second is a irregular reflection. Okay, for example, whenever you go to the school or anywhere or in any function, then first of all you will be ready, and after getting ready you will see yourself in a mirror, and you will do like this. Okay, yes, your hair is okay, or everything is good on your face. Okay, something is not bad, or sometime your makeup is good. Okay, you are checking all these things. Yes, so this is what, which kind of reflection is there? Because you can see yourself very clear in that object. I'm talking about that mirror. So we can say that is a regular reflection. Okay, we can do one experiment. I hope you all have played with that laser light. Okay, when you fall that laser light in a mirror, the same way it will be reflecting back. That is called regular reflection. Okay, the light ray which is coming here, okay, it will reflect from this surface and it will go in other direction, depend on the angle of this mirror. That is called regular reflection. Okay, what is irregular reflection? For example, light is coming here. Okay, suppose this is a one page. Okay, a blank page. So what happen if I will point a laser on this? So it will reflecting back? No, it is not gonna reflect back. It will show a spot. It will show a point of that laser. That means what? This page is doing irregular reflection, because this page, if you see this page in a microscope, you will find that the edge or the surface of this page, it is not smooth as that mirror surface. Understand? So because of that, what happened? It will reflect light in all the direction. So what happened? The light will not concentrate at a point. It will distribute in all the direction, and because of that, that light cannot reflect in a particular direction. That's why this kind of reflection is known as irregular reflection. And do you know, because of irregular reflection only we can see all the objects.